I'm Anil Kumar. Let me first thank all my subscribers and viewers to take keen interest in my videos, watch them very carefully, post excellent suggestions, and sometimes beautiful questions. Now, here we have a question from a subscriber who wants to understand how to find external and internal points on a segment which could divide it into a given ratio. So earlier my videos were based on formula. Now here we'll concentrate more on the graph. The graph is rather light, however, I hope you can see the points, right? So we'll have both external and internal. The very first example is division of a line segment internally. Question before you is, question number 1, determine a point which divides the given line segment in the ratio 1:4. So let me write down the points here. A is -2, 1, right? So, and B is 8, 6. So this coordinate point is 8, 6. If these lines are not very clear to you, right? So that is the segment given to us. We need to divide this segment in the ratio of 1:4. It means what? It really means that we should have how many divisions? We should have 1 plus 4, which is 5 divisions, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, if you look into a line, kind of a line like this, and let's say we make 5 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 5. In that case, 1:4 means that from here to here, that is 1, and this is 4. Do you get the idea, right? So that is 1:4. So basically, we have to divide the line into 5 equal parts if the ratio is 1:4. Equal parts means add them up, right? To get how many equal parts. I hope that concept is clear. Now, normally a line will be kind of a slant line. Straight lines are very easy to do, as you can see here, not a big problem. So let's look into the slant line. So here we have two things. One, we have the horizontal. So we have to divide it horizontally into the ratio of 1. Let me write 1:4 like this, correct? So we need 5 equal divisions of this particular line. How long is it? Length of the line is 8 minus -2. Since x value is 2 minus and 8, right? So 8 and then 2 more, which gives you 10 units, correct? If I divide into 5 equal parts, then what are those two? So if I divide this into 5 equal parts, that means I'm dividing 10 units by 5. I get 2 units each, correct? So starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now when I say 1:4, then I'm looking for 1 unit like this, right? This is 1 unit, and the other one is right there, 1:4. So the x value is along this point, and so you get a point there. Do you get an idea? So we get a point. So immediately you actually get your solution also. Now let us verify if that is truly the correct point. So what we will do here, now we will look into the y-axis. Now this also should be divided into 1:4. How many units it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've taken simple numbers, integer values to explain the concept, but it could be worked out with any number, right? So you can see this is like 1 and that is 4, right? So we have 1:4. And from here, if you go, where do you land up? At the same point. Do you see that? So our answer clearly is a point P, and the coordinates of this point P, you can read from the graph, is 0, 2. Does it make sense? So that is how we find solution using a graph. So this is graph. Now let's also use algebra to get the same thing. And what we're talking about is internal division. Now what we have done here is we have two coordinate points A and B. So let me write down the coordinate point A is minus 2, 1 and the coordinate point B is 8, 6. We are dividing them in the ratio of 1 is to 4. So the formula will say multiply this by 4 over 1 plus 4 and add it to the second part, which is 1 over 1 plus 4. So remember, if you are dividing a segment into the ratio of 1 is to 4, in that case 4 gets multiplied by the number on this side A, and the ratio 1 gets multiplied by the number on the other side. Easy way to remember. Okay, derivation of the same is also given in one of my videos. I can always pass on that link to you. Now let's open this. Clearly it is 4 over 5, right? So when you multiply by minus 2, I get this point as minus 8 over 5, comma 4 over 5. That is the first quadrant. Second, 1 times, so 8 over 5, comma 6 over 5. Now if you add these x and y values, right, what do you get? Minus 8 plus 8 is 0, you get 0. 4 plus 6 is 10, you get 10 over 5, which is equal to 0, 10 over 5 is 2. Perfect. So what you get is exactly what we got graphically. So using a graph and getting the solution is very, very simple if you have integer values. But if you are working with fractions, at times it becomes difficult, right? So, however, it is good to understand the method. So we know both the methods, and that is how you do it. Perfect. So we have already done one case, which is internal division of a line segment. Now let us take up the second example where we'll talk about external division of a line segment. Here is question number 2. Determine a point which divides the given line segment in the ratio of minus 2 to 8. Since we have this negative number here, we know it is external division. Okay, so that is kind of important to understand. Now purposely I have given you a value which is minus 2, 8. Now look at it like this. Minus 2 is to 8 is also equal to minus 1 is to 4. So at times if in a question you have values which have some common factors, reduce it to the lowest terms as we've done here. Is it okay? So we are looking for external division since this is minus 1. That means the point is on the left side of A. Do you see that? So this minus here means the point is sometime on the left side of A. So you have to go left from A and then 4 this side. 1 unit left, 4 units this. That is what the scenario is. Correct? Now, let me show you this particular solution in both ways. So first, let's apply the formula itself. Coordinates of point A are what? Let me write down the coordinates of point A, which is 1 and 6. And for B, the coordinates are 7 and 3. So for this external division, let's say coordinates of point P, which could be x and y, can be written as, since the ratio is minus 1 to 4, we have to write 4 first, right? So 4 over, add them both. So minus 1 plus 4 times A coordinate, which is 1, 6, plus, now this time minus 1 over minus 1 plus 4, and B coordinate 7 over 3. Do you see that? So now what we get here is 4 times 1 is 4, and that is 3, right? And here we get 4 times 6, which is 24 over 3, plus we get minus 7 over 3 and minus 3 over 3. Let's combine these terms. What do we get? 4 minus 7 is minus 3 over 3, and 24 minus 3 is 21 over 3. This could be written as minus 1 and 7. So we get a point P which is at minus 1, 7. So minus 1 and 7 is that point for us. As you can see, extending this line on the left side gives you that point. Perfect. So clearly we have a solution. So we are saying from A go left 1 unit. So we are calling this as 1 unit, which is basically 2 units. Do you see that? And from this point, if I have to come back to B, then 1, right? 2, 3, and 4. Do you understand now? Minus 1 is to 4. This is what we call minus 1 is to 4. Do you get an idea? So we get our solution very clearly. Now, how to do the same thing using a graph? We are looking for splitting AB into how many parts? 4 minus 1, which is 3 units, right? So what could be the 3 units? Well, A to B, clearly the 3 units could be these points. So we got 1, 2, and 3 units. Do you see that part? So we divide the line segment into minus 1 plus 4 parts. So which is equals to 3. Do you see that? Now since we are going minus 1, so this much length will go on the line which is extended, and therefore since it is extended to this side, we are calling this as an external division. So we have an external division. So it is extended left by 1 unit. So go back same length. Do you see that part? Go back same length. You reach this point which is minus 1, 7. So we get the point minus 1, 7 as you go back 1 unit. So you get your point P, and from there you can see B is 4 units to the right. Moving right means positive, moving left means negative. You get an idea. So that is how we actually divide our segment into a given ratio. Now this formula, which I've just discussed with you, and applied it twice, is called section formula. Very important. It is called section formula. So basically, if you have to divide a segment into the parts m is to n, in that case the points will be n over m plus n times x1, y1, first coordinate point, plus m over m plus n times x2, y2. Do you get it? So that becomes your formula, and this formula is called section formula. So you can remember this as a section formula and do any equation based on line segment division. So I hope this concept is absolutely clear. Feel free to write your comments and share your views, and I'm really thankful to our viewers who requested for a graphical solution on this topic. I hope you like it. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.